U.S. pending home sales fallen more than expected in May, while new home sales hit a 6-month low. Housing affordability, as we were just discussing, that's weighing on potential buyers as home prices have been hitting highs, and that has many people still renting with hopes of home ownership slipping away. We're looking at the alternative build-to-rent market with Kinloch Partners co-founder and CEO Bruce McNeilage. Bruce, it is good to have you back on the show. And I don't know if you heard that discussion, Bruce. Listen, I'm looking at the 30-year fixed here, Bruce. Mortgage News Daily tells me it's 7.05%. I mean, okay, we're below the 8%, Bruce, we saw late last year. I guess that's a plus. But if the 30-year fixed is going to stay around these levels, Bruce, what does that mean for you and your business? Does that just mean, listen, more and more people think, I'm priced out, I'm not owning, I'm going to look more at renting?
Josh, yes, that's correct. People are giving up. They're giving up for the time being. And what we're being told is rates have to go down to about 5.5% before those people are looking to get into the market. And then, of course, trying to find a house they can afford. Houses are not going down in prices. So what we found is people are staying put if they own, but we're getting more and more applicants every time we have a vacancy, and we're 98% leased. Our industry is 98% leased, so there's not a lot of room, not a lot of places people can go.
So you said 5.5% is where mortgage rates need to fall for folks to get back into the market. When do you expect that to happen? Bank of America was out with a new note warning that the housing market could be stuck until 2026. Is that a realistic timeline in your view?
Yeah, there's a saying, stay alive till 25. I think it's going to be like pick up in 26. And so it's not coming down anytime soon. The price of houses is not coming down. People are going to have to rent longer than they think. And I think you're looking at least Q3, Q4 before we get anywhere near that number. And that's next Q3, Q4 next year.
And Bruce, who's coming to you? I mean, who wants to rent right now? What's the demo? What's the average customer? Man, woman, young, old, income level? What can you tell us?
That's a great question. Our average tenant is in their 30s to 40s. They have 2 kids. And the average income of our tenant is $126,000 a year. And when we started the company, people rented out of necessity. They didn't have choices. Now many people are renting out of choice. They like the lock and leave lifestyle. They like the ability to call the landlord, if the roof leaks or there's some problem. Plus we have brand new. So people have a tendency of staying longer, and those people have 2 or 3 kids. They can't live in an apartment in the city. They don't want to share walls. They don't want to have 2 bedrooms. They want a 4-bedroom in the suburbs with a backyard and a garage. That's what we are offering them.
So 4-bedroom in the suburbs. In terms of regions in the U.S., where are you seeing increased demand, and what areas are still pretty sticky when it comes to those high rent prices?
Yeah, you have the Smile States, which is basically the Southeast, down through Texas and up through Arizona and that area. And that's where a lot of your migration is. So we're seeing a lot of activity there. We have new entrees coming. California seems like they're all moving to Nashville and to Texas. So we just see a greater demand. And the supply, quite frankly, isn't growing a lot because a lot of people in our industry have not been able to expand their houses and their holdings because of the cost of capital and debt to grow our businesses.
Bruce, I'm just interested for your business, how, pushing into the back half of this year, but also, 2025 and farther out, Bruce, how are you thinking about your business sort of just changing and evolving from here? What are next steps?
Well, I see our business, unfortunately, going to smaller houses. You look at all these cities, it's tough to get the density approved, but people are trying to get the density, builders, developers like us, to get enough houses on an acre to make it affordable to people. In the past, we've offered 4 and 5 bedroom houses. I see the rental market going more towards smaller 3 bedrooms, townhouses, somewhere between an apartment and a house, almost like a hybrid. 3 bedroom, 1 car garage. It's better than living in an apartment. It's just not quite as good as living in a large house.
And Bruce, when you look into your crystal ball here, what do you think is going to be the catalyst to revive this market? Is it dependent on if the Fed cuts rates and the impact that could have on mortgage rates? Is it dependent on new supply coming in the market? What are you watching as that catalyst here?
we're seeing more and more vacancies in the multifamily area. Nashville, you have 15% vacant units. Other cities, but then you have 2% of the single family rental houses vacant. And so I really see a migration of the Gen X, but also the millennials moving from the urban core, condos, apartments, and they're moving 30 miles, 30 minutes outside to the suburbs where you can get a backyard, where you can get parks and recreation, be close to interstates, be close to shopping. That's where the migration is. And you're not going to see that changing. I would not want to be in the multifamily business. And there's a lot of multifamily operators coming into the single family rental business.
Bruce, really interesting discussion. Thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.